Good morning. It's Sunday, the 18th February. How's everyone doing? From the High Priest of Magic himself, of course, the Samuel of Christ, with you all, each and every one. Good morning. Uh, Laid down, finally got some rest. Did not go to the gym last night. I wanted you to know that I haven't pushed as hard on weights like I did uh, Friday night, really pushed my limits. But I felt good. Everything felt right. Well, of course, I'm down for a little bit. I'm taking the break I need and then go back and hit it again. I'm not going to stop. A little bit of pain isn't going to keep me from it, but I do believe in the body needs its rest as well. Being Sunday morning, I get up and finally get a little bit of sleep from all my aches and pains, as I've said. So forgive me if I seem like I said just got up, just threw some coffee in a cup. Got a lot of deja vu going on this morning. The first deja vu is that I have several who would like me to come to churches with them. Several of them. If I go to one, I'll have to go to all of them. And then the second thought is, well, several of my preacher friends and stuff, of course they want me to come to their congregations and hang out with them and see them and praise and worship with them, things like that. But the number one thing is this. Out of all those that know me, what I have said and what I have done, um, I have that feeling that if I go to that church or this church or that church, they're going to try to do the one thing that I'm not going to allow. They're not going to convict me and put me on a cross. I come off that cross. You understand? This is what I am. And I'm going to explain to you a story. It's a long time coming, and this is the video I'm going to put on my Facebook for a few days so everyone gets this message. I come across, I'm going to say there is a story out there. There is a story that is written, and I want everyone to hear this story because this story so relates to me at the top. You just don't even know how to explain this story, but I'm going to, and then, like I said, release this video to everyone so they have it and they heard it. The first thing is, I is sitting there reading on the story. There was a man who was a preacher. He was a minister of God. He loved God so much. He grew up reading the Bible so many times. He had mental issues, what they call disabilities, but yet he could read a Bible, and he learned by reading the Holy Bible, and he learned real well. That's what taught him actually how to read and write. He was wanting the Bible, but as he'd grow up, he'd find out it wasn't the Bible he was after. He was after the magic of the Bible, which is pretty interesting there. I find in this story that it is 100% true and accurate. This minister, he comes home one night after a big church service, and he'd been dealing with work. I mean, work was all over him, looking at firing him for doing things he didn't do, stuff like that. He comes home one night and he tells his wife, uh, he wants to have a different position, sexual position, than normal. His wife's position was the Lilith's position. Got to be on top every time. No excuses. The same one every time, over and over and over. And he asked this one time, he said, I want my own position. I need this. Well, while standing there, his wife turns around and looks at him and says, You're nasty. You need to talk to your man of God about that. I'd see what he has to say about it. At that time, that man broke. At that time, that minister broke. You see, I understand that. And he's like, What? You just stuck an invisible preacher in our bedroom And every time I look at you, I see an invisible man of God on top of you, around you, telling me that's what, there's your, you, for females, they're like, oh, you'll get over it. You'll get over it. For men, it's like, no, I won't. No, no, I won't. Then he assured her he would never stick his penis in her again. Time goes on and the fight rolls on, as he puts it in this story. So much he became a Satanist. And even I preach this to every man on the planet today. They will try to get you to change your mind. They will say to you, you're the fool. They will say to you, grow up at your age. And for men, that's really hard to understand, especially being married. They will fight you. They will find others. And as the story goes on, he decided the only way he was going to get a smile and happiness is just to be happy with females in general. Well, that wife of that minister still clings to the other minister, the man of God. She would love to see her husband put on a cross, just like Jesus. But as that minister will tell you now, you ain't get me on that cross. And that goes out to all men. You see, I know the fight of men today. After so many years, females start getting in their heavenly realm without you. I understand that too. Don't come to me and ask me why. I already told you why. That's the story. So you remember that. This goes out to every female. You want hell to pay for on earth. You look at your old man. You look at your husbands. And you tell them they're nasty. You tell them go find out from their man of God. In other words, while those men of gods are going home with their wives or their boyfriends or whatever they're going home to, millions of women today are going home with that invisible man of God between their legs and not their husbands. So don't ask me why. I'm building a sanctuary that's not made for a man of God, but it's made for your spiritualness. I'm out there for all the men out there who has been cast away, kicked away, thrown away, all for a man of God. I'm not that man of God, ladies and gentlemen. I'm setting me up. I'm going to fight you. Tell me a man of God in my bedroom. Bring him in, especially invisible. I'm going to beat that spirit 24/7 in Satanism. I'll put them on the cross first. Just ask Jesus. He'll be glad to tell you. This is my story this week. You can take it at face value however you want to. I really don't care. But you heard the story. Now you know the truth.